Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Pies, and today I'm making something more savory than the last episode, spaghetti and meatballs. I want to jump into it, and while I do, I want to talk about the food that I'm making in this series in general. Since I live in an Asian household, literally all I eat are Asian foods, and I'm lucky to have two chefs as my parents, so it's all really good. But man is just tired, alright? I want to try some more different kinds of food from different cultures because who doesn't like food? Plus I'm not a picky eater. Spaghetti and meatballs isn't really fancy or different culture, but I'm also still learning as I go through because I'm a noob at cooking. Anyways, for the meatballs, you want to add any kind of ham, 100 grams of it, and cut it up enough, like don't go through mad effort and just put it in a bowl. You also want to mince a bunch of garlic. You can do 2 to 3, but it really doesn't matter that much, and then chuck it into the bowl as well.
I'm supposed to use ground beef as well, but I did not find any. I'm lying actually, I just didn't think it was ground, I thought it was minced.
Now, spend a bunch of time mashing those simple ingredients together with your hand. Add some salt, I don't really know how much, like just whatever looks good to you. Add 100 grams of cheese. You're supposed to use Parmesan, but I didn't have any of that shit, so mozzarella is the replacement. 100 grams of panko breadcrumbs, which I surprisingly did have in my kitchen, and 1 egg just to bind it all together.
Oh, to mix, man.
And also kind of like a beef tartare. I would not eat it if I were you. Jesus, that was quite a handful of words and phrases already. I'm tired. Also, for the sauce, use 2 cans for 800 grams. If you have chopped tomatoes,
There's only chopped
in a can, just blend it like I did. This amount of ingredients will get you like 20 or so meatballs, maybe more, depends on how big you make them. I made them a bit larger than regular.
Why the hell wasn't it focusing? There we go.
Then you want to head to your stove and get your pan running at decent heat with oil in it. I put vegetable. And once it looks like it's remotely hot enough, start putting in all your meatballs. I somehow dropped like 3 when I try to put them in because I have Parkinson's, but that's besides the point. But next time in general, I'll probably make less or use a bigger pan. Let them cook on Twitter for like 8 minutes, only because I made them large. If they were smaller, then it'd be fine to cook it a lot quicker because it's less thicker. Empty them out all into another bowl for now and leave the oil and garlic that fell from the meatballs because I didn't mince them enough. Then add a bunch more minced garlic to the oil and put in the tomatoes. Note to self, next time I am a moron and hot oil does not like room temperature thing, so I won't do that next time. Stir in the tomatoes into the oil and garlic, cook until the oil and tomatoes don't have a visible difference anymore. At that point, then you just dump all the meatballs into the sauce, basically reheating them in a sense and also making the flavors of the sauce even better. And after a minute, just let them cool away. To make spaghetti, it's actually really easy. Like, I never knew it was, this easy. Just get a big pot of water to boiling and dump in a packet of spaghetti. I'm using linguine, and it took me like 10 to 12 minutes. It is kind of scary though that it's like a massive big pot, like it's like 5 liters of like water and it's all boiling like but whatever. The final part of it all, just played it up. I tried to be fancy and it failed and somehow made it look even more unappetizing than just randomly ordering them, but whatever.
Big ass meatballs.
The unmelted cheese really made this look not as good as it was, but I don't care, it tastes nice, okay? And considering it was the first time I'd made something like this, I'd give it like a solid 7 out of 10, 1 point for effort. I think out of all the things I've cooked in my life, aka starting from like pizza, it's probably like the least enjoyable thing I've made, you could say. But listen, okay, I'm not a fan of spaghetti anyways, okay? I've been getting a lot of suggestions on what to cook and I'm very, very thankful for it. If you'd like to, please comment down below and anything you'd like to see me cook, and I'll definitely do it if it's doable. And not like it needs like, I don't know, goat hair from the Himalayas or some shit. Goodbye!